Hey everybody, this is Tommy from Three Guys Without the Wise. I'm joined by Tristan, and we are here to update you guys on our show. So, as you guys may have seen our post the other week, that Eric, after our first season of Three Guys Without the Wise, he is leaving due to personal reasons. He's going to pursue some stuff in his personal life. We wish him the best, and we're very happy with the time that we had him. But now that we are no longer three guys, there's only two of us. We're going to be working on a rebranding of the show and our future. Tristan, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Tommy. How have you been?
I've been pretty good. I'm really it's like it's a shame that Eric had to leave the show, but I'm also really excited for what we're going to be doing in the future of the show. Should we just jump right into that? What, just say,
Let's, you know what? Let's hop right on in.
just hop right into the dojo. So some people may have been wondering, we're three guys without the Y's. So are we going to be, since we're losing one of the guys, are we adding a third guy? Are we just going to have a different guy every week? Tristan and I talked about a bunch of different options, but we ultimately decided on rebranding the show and reformatting. We're going to actually have two podcasts now. We're still going to do a Three Guys Without the Wise type of show, but instead of being Three Guys Without the Wise, we're going to be calling it Two Useless Organisms. Now, when Eric, Tristan, and I first started Three Guys Without the Wise and we were coming up with names, Three Useless Organisms was actually an idea for one of the names of our show. We ended up going with Three Guys Without the Wise because that had more of a joke with three wise guys and like it was more punny. But now that there's no longer three of us, we're kind of going back to an old name that we thought of in the past, Two Useless Organisms. And I think that will really, I feel like that really does kind of fit what we do here, Two Useless Organisms. We are just useless organisms doing whatever the fuck we want. And Tristan moved his head. Did you have a think about?
I had a thought, and in about 15 seconds, I'll be able to put it into words. But
Okay, fantastic.
you know what? Here we are. I got it. So it's kind of a deeper. You know how Three Guys was like a joke. Three Guys Without the Wise was like a joke. I think Two Useless Organisms has a more existential name about it because, like, in the grand scheme of things, we are all useless, in terms of like Mother Nature and the whole universe's existence. Like, what do any of us mean? We're nothing. We mean nothing. Life is worthless.
So we're going to be talking about philosophy a lot on the new show.
God, I hope not.
But yeah, so the Three Guys Without the Y shows are typically about an hour long, but now we're going to kind of cut them in half. So Two Useless Organisms, we're probably going to keep them around a half hour, depending on how much content we need to talk about. But the other podcasts we're going to do, so on Three Guys Without the Y's, we would talk about movies, food, theme parks, etc. The second podcast we're doing is going to be talking about all of our theme park content. So something that we never really mentioned too much on Three Guys Without the Wise is that we are workers in the industry as well. And we are, as we had mentioned many times before, we're major theme park fans, pass holders. We go to parks all the time. So we figured that we could make an entire podcast just based around that. Now, keep in mind, our theme park podcast is also going to be cleaner. You guys have been listening to this show for the past year. We know that we're not the most safer. We're not safe for work. Pretty raunchy on Three Guys Without the Wise and now Two Useless Organisms. But our new theme park show, which will be called Please Remain Seated. That's going to be the name of it. Please Remain Seated. Thank you, Tristan, for that awesome name.
You're welcome.
That show is going to be more safe for work and more clean, so you'll be able to listen to that one with children, I guess. You can also listen to Two Useless Organisms with children if you want. But, if they're cool kids. But if they're fucking lame, then they won't listen
Well, you know
to
what?
it.
I think Two Useless Organisms and our previous shows under Three Guys Without the Wise is actually perfectly safe for deaf children.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah,
Huh.
because they don't hear anything.
That's right. Um,
Yeah.
However, if they're not blind and we're going to be recording our podcasts, that might, as long as they're just only doing the listening part.
All right, Tommy, I don't know anything you just said, but this new show, Please Remain Seated,
Nailed
is
it.
not going to be without some comedic moments, I think. We're definitely going to put some funny things in there. The idea for the title, Please Remain Seated, came from an idea I had to include funny stories that we've seen in the parks, or funny things we've overheard in the parks, or just silly things that people have done. So the Please Remain Seated is kind of a reminder to people not to be idiots in the parks,
Yeah.
which will never happen, but and hopefully not, because then we would run out of content. But
Yeah.
that's where the title came from. So we're definitely going to include some crazy stories from the parks, and I would like them to be educational in that you should hear these stories and then never do the things that you heard.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the segment ideas that we've had for the show is pass holder Karen of the week. I'm hoping to do that one. So as pass holders, the parks were on Facebook groups, and some pass holders are just an entirely different breed. Um, some of them are super, super cool, like Tristan and I, who just, go to the park and, follow rules and have fun. Then other ones are just incredibly entitled, and it's gonna be a fun segment. I think Karen shaming needs to be more commonplace. I've seen, a few videos of Karen shaming, not at parks, but just in general, and it just needs to be more common. So we're gonna shame Karens on Please Remain Seated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else?
So yeah, I'll take this next part, Tommy. Shut up.
Cool, cool. All right, sweet.
So other than that, in terms of our new version of the show, Two Useless Organisms, please let us know if you guys want to keep hearing certain things, if you want to stop doing other things, if you think certain segments were boring, certain segments were good, if you have an idea of stuff we should talk about, let us know. You can go on Facebook, you can send us a message, post on our page. Heck, we're on Instagram, right? And you can send us an email. Our email is still the numeral 3 guys without the y's at gmail.com, but maybe we'll have to make a new email, Tommy. I think we might have
Yeah,
to do
we
that.
will have to make a new email, but we're gonna launch that, I think, once we actually start to publish the new shows. So for now, as of listening to this show, you can still email Three Guys Without the Y's or message us on our current Facebook, Instagrams, all of that fun. I sound like a fucking boomer. Yeah, the Facebook, the Instagrams, fucking contact us any way that you think you can.
Yes, yes. Even if you want to drive to our homes and shout ideas into our windows while we're sleeping, that's
Please,
totally
I'm very
fine.
lonely.
Yeah. And so yeah, you know what? If you want to send me a message, send the page a message. I'll actually give out Tommy's personal address, and you can go to his house and give any feedback that you'd
Don't
like to
forget to
give.
give them the gate code to my complex as well.
Oh yes, yeah, it's 1.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, Tommy, you got anything else on this wonderful update today?
Let's see. Anything else on the update? I wish I had more to say to this. It's a very quick one, but like we just said, please leave us any feedback on some things you want to hear, some things you liked, some things you didn't like. Maybe you love Tristan's Yelp reviews, but didn't enjoy how I would just ramble on and wasn't prepared. So you can let us know that. Yeah.
That wasn't exclusive to you, Tommy. All 3 of us were just around. Remember, I talked about marching band for some horrible amount of time, and that was interesting to absolutely nobody. So,
See, no, I liked your marching band stories though. I felt like there was times on the show though where like I felt like I had so many ideas in my head that I just wanted to say, and I would just like rapid fire say them, and I'm like listening to the show sometimes, I'm like, oh my god, I need to shut the fuck up. Oh my fuck.
no, I
Like
think
what?
it's
Like just I remember one time after one show, Eric told us, "Hey guys, if you need me to shut the fuck up, tell me to shut the fuck up." I think y'all needed to tell me to shut the fuck up.
well, Eric has now shut the fuck up permanently.
Permanent.
So,
Yes.
but we're still cool with Eric. There's no
Oh
bad
yeah.
blood or anything.
Absolutely,
Um,
yeah. That's one thing that we definitely need to make clear. I think in our initial announcement, I definitely wanted to make sure that we made that clear. But in case we didn't, we are still very good friends with him. Like there isn't Like it wasn't a like, oh, I fucking hate you guys, I want to quit. Like he just, you know, he has things that he's dealing with right now and can't do this. So, but we are still very tight and love his face.
What he said, word for word, was actually, "I fucking hate you guys, but that's not why I'm quitting."
Yeah,
That's exactly what he said.
that is the exact words.
No, but we do for a brief, sincere moment, want to thank everybody for sticking with us for this whole time. It's been wonderful having a podcast, a way to have like a creative outlet or whatever, and just a lot of fun. Thanks everybody. We actually hit, I think we're at like 864 downloads or something right now, which, you know, hell, it's better than nothing. What do we have? 14 episodes, Tommy?
Yeah, 14 episodes. So that's, you know, at least, is that like 100 per episode? That's a little bit less than 100 per episode, but
stupid ass.
You know?
You know, but there's actually a statistic that most podcasts don't make it past 7 episodes, and we did it. So first hurdle is down.
Yeah, first hurdle is down.
But if you're listening right now,
14.
We made it to 14.
Now we're making 2 new podcasts.
Look at that. That means, yeah, that's cool. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Three Guys Without the Whys. We'll probably change the names of those pages here soon. Hopefully that means you don't have to find a new page and all that. We want to make it as easy for you as possible. Here's an important note. We can actually change the name of our podcast on our host site, so you guys won't have to subscribe to a new podcast. I mean, you will for the Please Remain Seated one, but for this show, even though we're changing the name, those episodes will still continue to be downloaded for you under the same show. It's just going to have a new title and probably new artwork and stuff like that.
Cool.
All right, that was it. Thanks everybody again. Tommy, I'm real excited to start this new chapter of my life with you.
Me too. I'm always excited to start chapters with Tristan.
Yes, and there's many open chapters with me and Tommy right now, but oh gosh, we're gonna have one more. All right, that's all I have to say.
All right, cool. Let's get out of here. Love you faces. See you guys soon.
Bye.
For the Three Guys Without the
Oogly
Whys
boogly,
update.
oogly boogly.
For some reason, Tristan is oogly boogling. Why'd you stop?
Oogly boogly, oogly boogly.
Yeah. Keep oogling and boogling, you fucking bitch.
I'm an idiot.
Oogle louder.